Hey y'all, it's Mary, and I have been asked by a few people to show you a few things in my life. So I showed you how I do my skincare, and now I'm going to show you how I do my makeup. This is going to be a quick video. I don't do a lot of makeup. So here's my bare face. This is in the morning after I did my skincare. If you saw the skincare one, that was night. I wake up in the morning and I really don't do much with my skin. I don't wash my face in the morning. Sort of weird, but some people don't. Okay, so what I do is, I brush my teeth, and I usually take a shower at night these days. But a lot of times right here, my nose might be oily, so I might wipe that with my fingers or with a nice soft cloth or something. Don't pull, which I just did, but you shouldn't pull on your skin. And that's it. If I need to, if there's anything, my face feels fine. If I need to, at this point, if I've taken a shower in the morning, which I do sometimes, then I will do skincare. But otherwise, my skin feels just fine, so I don't do any skincare. But if I do skincare in the morning, then I have an SPF in it, okay? Moisturizer is what I'll do in the morning, okay? So really my first step is coverage. So I have right now, this is what I have going. It just depends what's in my house, depends what I get. So what I've been using mostly lately is Yensa. I didn't think about this. I might have to have a magnifying glass here. Okay, so you see that is white on the color. Okay, so I believe I got this in Boxycharm. Yensa Super Serum Silk Concealer, and this is in the color Light 1, it says, okay? So, and then I also have, just depends what mood I'm in, that I have Yummy Skin Corrector. This is from, I don't know what that's from. That's not Charlotte Tilbury. I think it's Pat McGrath. It's number 2. Why doesn't it say what it is, y'all? Seriously, it says Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer for Eyes and Face Corrector. And Danessa Myricks. I'm sorry, Danessa Myricks. This, I definitely got this in a beauty box. I never could afford to buy this. Danessa Myricks. It had to have been in Boxy. It wasn't in Allure, was it? Was it in Allure we had to pick? I don't think so. But Boxy has told me years ago that they do not look at your, the thing that you fill out when you join, but they do for this kind of thing to give you the correct color, or basically correct color. So Light 2, it says, okay? And I also have, again, now this is probably from Ipsy Glam Bag, which I haven't gotten in a long time, but this is Tarte. I love Tarte Shape Tape. This is the best ever, the best coverage ever. This is called Shape Tape Radiant. There are many, many, many different varieties, if you will, of Shape Tape. And this is one of them. And this is in, what's the color? No, nothing at the bottom. It's 12 and Fair Neutral, okay? This is the very best. This one's a little tiny light for me, so I really use it in the wintertime, more so. But let's just use the Yensa since that's the biggest product, easiest to see. So what I do is, like I said, my face is clean and dry. I put a little bit, you see, I've got, these eye things. And I'm doing this in my camera, so I may be looking to the side. I might have to look, okay, so I just put a little bit on, just a little bit, okay? And a lot of containers are like this. A lot of the stuff gets up here. So sometimes I'll just wipe that off of there and put it on, just because I don't like to waste it. And usually concealers last me a long time. So from here, let me see, I'm gonna get a mirror from something I'm using here, maybe. Then I just blend this in. And how I do that is, again, you should always, whenever you work with your under eye, use this finger on either hand because this finger doesn't pull as much as the other fingers do. So I sort of go in and out just to cover the area. And then I use a sponge. I use a sponge. This is a really cool sponge, y'all. This was from the Dollar Tree. There were 2 in a pack. And see, it's shaped that way. So I'll do this. And here comes blue. You can't get in the way, lovey. Sit down. Or I use a sponge. Depends. And then also, if I need it, I will use a banana powder. So banana powder is yellow, and everybody's skin is different. My skin tone, the banana powder works pretty well if I have some. This is my favorite brush to use for a banana powder. I just, dip it in. I don't really have any right now. This is, I forget the name of it, and I won't be able to say it either. It is, Bow. It's handwritten, like on the brush. Gachi. So a very fancy bougie brush. Got this in Ipsy Glam Bag 100 years ago, okay? So you see how that brush is? See how that is shaped? And then I'll put some banana powder on and tap, tap, tap if I need it. And when I say if I need it, it just depends on how my skin looks. Usually I don't do it at this point. I wait till I have my powder on. So I don't use a primer because my skin, I think that people use primers, it holds makeup on, right? And also if you have a lot of pores that show, big pores or marks and stuff, and this is my skin. I have this sun damage. I probably have a lot more sun damage than we can see, but my skin doesn't need a primer. I've never used a primer, never, because it's a liquid. I don't like liquids on my face because I'm a heavy perspirer. At least I used to be. Now that I'm older, I don't perspire as much, but if I used to use liquid makeup on my face and then go out, it would be running down my face like I had been in the rain. So I've never used a liquid foundation. I don't like them. So what I've been using for a long time now, for a few years now, is Laura Geller. So I have these 2 right now, just because I have these 2 right now. I used Bare Minerals for a long, long time. Really liked Bare Minerals. And Bare Minerals comes in, it's what I use is the loose powder. And what they recommend is that you choose 2 different powders. Their set may even come that way. And you mix the powders. So I'm used to having 2 different shades to mix. And I mix, that's the Mineral Veil. We'll talk about that in a minute. So I'm used to that. You don't have to do this with Laura Geller, but I do. So I have the Baked, Balanced, and Brighten in Fair, Baked, Balance, and Glow in Fair. Just so happens they're both fair. Sometimes I have the light one. It depends on what's on sale and what I get. And I open both of them just like this. This is what I do. And then I use these. So this is typically what Laura Geller looks like, okay? There's a mirror in here, if you need a mirror, okay, if you see that mirror. And this is what the compact typically looks like. This I got special, and I don't remember if it was in Boxy or if it was Laura Geller on sale or QVC. Sometimes QVC has great prices on Laura Geller as well. So what I do, since I'm used to mixing 2, even though these were 2 the same color, just one is a glow and one is maybe more of a matte finish, Brighten and Glow. So I have the 2 open, and see that this is what they look like. They have different pigments in it, and it's baked product, so you mix them. So even if you use just one, you would just mix like this on the one you're going to use. So what I do is I go over both with my brush, and then I just put it on. And I start with my forehead, and I just put it on. And here I usually go into the, right in up there a little bit because it might be a little shiny. So all this really does for me is take the shine off. Smudgy, okay? Then I put it on, you know, I just put it on. And then this is how I put it on. Sort of, I just sort of move the brush around a little bit, okay? So what I'm doing with the powder is I'm circling, and then sort of circling on my face. And that's it. Now I will go real quick over my eyes, even though I don't really use it on my eyes. Just, okay, that's it. Some people will use more. You can pile this on if you need to. You can take a little something like this, you know, or this, and add a little bit if you need to. You know, get a little bit on your sponge, and what, you know, maybe you have a little blemish, cover the blemish, you know, or something like that if you want to. And some people just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going like that. Keep going and keep going. It depends on how much coverage you need. I don't need a lot of coverage. And then I usually just do a little bit there like that. That's it. And I love Laura Geller. It's a good price. I also highly recommend Bare Minerals because I've always liked that too. But I started to use the Laura Geller. It's easier to take with you because it's solid like that. It's very similar to Bare Minerals. And I think it's also very similar in price. It's more on sale than the Bare Minerals. Now at this point, depends what kind of mood I'm in. It depends if I'm running late, because for whatever reason, I always was an on-time early person, and I like to be late for things. So I will use, if I have the time, the Bare Minerals or another, we get so many of them, a veil, a dusting powder, a top powder. What else do they call them? This is called Original Mineral Veil. So it's powder, and what you do with all of their powders from Bare Mineral is they tell you to put it in the cap, and then you have it there. And then with if you're going to use 2 different colors for your base, then you'll mix in each one and then put it on. So this is just going to go all over like a top coat, if you will, or like people that use a spray. I can't use wet, so I don't ever use a spray. It would be very rare that I use a spray. So I just take a big dusting powder brush, and then I just go over this, and that's it. Just sort of to set it. And like I said, if I was having any particular trouble with a certain area, I might pat a little more powder on. And that's what I do. That's it. And then next up is blush. Now, blush I have Laura Geller blush right now, and she's baked, and this is called the Pink Praline Satin Finish. It's the Baked Blush and Brighten brand, or line. I've used several of their blushes, and I don't really ever look at that part, but this one, it's swirled. See how that is? So I just, you know, I'll do the same thing. I'll take a brush and, where's my blush brush here? I'll go over it and put it on. I also like these very much. I have Danessa Myricks blush. This I got from Betty Vick, a wonderful subscriber friend of mine. I got a sample of this in an advent calendar, and I really liked it, and she sent me this. Something like that anyway. This is the Yummy Skin brand, like the concealer, and it is Rose in Brunch, and it's difficult to see that way. Let me take the top off. It unscrews, and there she is. And then I also have this, and it's Saie, S-A-I-E. It's an expensive bougie brand, as are most of these things. I only buy the Laura Geller. Everything else I get in boxes. S-A-I-E. So there's the ring light on that. This is gorgeous. And this is what she looks like here. This has a mirror on one side. Let me see what the color name is on this one. This is wait a second. It is Glow Sculpt Mauve Glow. I think that's the color name, is Mauve Glow, made in Italy. Now, so these are both creams, but they're not creamy like a foundation. They're very hard creams. So let's see. Here's this. That's the Say, and then the Danessa Myrick. I've got fur on me just because they've come up now. All right. So those are the two different ones. So they both, you blend them in. So it just depends what you like to use. So I'll do one side with this creamy stuff, and then I'll do the other side with the powder. How's that? Okay, so put a little on. And then what I do is normally I sort of start like this and go upward. I heard a long time ago, as we get older, things fall down. So you want to go upward with your blush. You don't want to just put blush, let's use the powder. I can demonstrate it better. You don't want to just put blush here, like, maybe you did when you were younger, on your cheek. You want to go upward. So I go upward here. I go closer here and go upward. And that's the powder. So what I do with the powder was I just swirled on and then put it on. Okay, there's the powder. And then this I was going to show you both the Danessa Myrick and the Say. S-A-I-E. Is that how you say that? Is Say? I would assume that's how you say that. Now I don't know let's see. Which I don't know which I had on which finger, y'all. Okay, so this, I have some of the Danessa Myrick on there. The cats are fighting right here. Hey! That's what I have to deal with every day. So you have cats. Okay, so sort of a line, sort of going up. And then what I usually do is take a brush. And I've got that all over my hands, and I don't have anything here. Let me just wipe it off on this paper. It might help. And then I just blend it in and go upward. Blend and go up. So to get some blush going on, okay? So there's the Now this brush is very thick-headed and really nice. This is from Lys, L-Y-S, and it is the Sculpt bronzing brush. To me, that's really good for blending in the creamy kind of blushes. And then for the powder blush, I love this one. It's an angle brush, and it has a dense head to it. This is much more dense. And this is from Millie Rose. I have a set of Millie Rose brushes that I just love. So that's what I do. And now I may look a little different today, so that's okay. I have so many blushes open. So I don't like getting blushes in boxes. So a lot of times you'll see when I get a blush, I don't open it or use it because, when I got this one, I didn't need it, but it was so gorgeous. And this fabulous brand, I had to have it. I had to try it. You know what I mean? So, but that's what I do for blush. I never have liked a liquid blush. There's a lot of liquid blushes that are more of a foundation, a liquid foundation kind of consistency. And if I have that, and I probably have some open, I would use that sometimes too. It just depends what mood I'm in. If it's super hot, I use powder. Or I'll use like either of these two, because these aren't going anywhere. These aren't going anywhere. But a liquid just won't stay on me for long. It'll just be gone, okay? So that is my skincare routine. That's it. I mean, that's not my skincare routine. That's my makeup. As far as eyes go, I never do get ready with me's. I think I did it once. It's not my thing. It's hard to do on camera for me. So I probably never will show you that. So, I mean, I put some eyeshadow on. What I do is I'll put on eyeshadow And I just usually will maybe match my outfit kind of thing, or depending what mood I'm in, put on some eyeshadow. I do put on an eyeshadow primer, because then your eyeshadow will stay on. And I have hooded eyes. So what hooded eyes means is this part of the eye, when you close your eyes, it covers up what your makeup, it covers up what you've done. So over the course of a day, even if you don't get hot and sweaty, you oftentimes will have a crease of your eye makeup in there. So if you use eyeshadow primer, you usually don't get that crease. So then from there, I put on my shadow, depending on what I want to do. And then I'll put on eyeliner, trying to remember my order, eyeliner, and then mascara. And I will, depends again, I will brush my eyebrows. I don't have it with me right here, but I'll brush my eyebrows to make sure that they're in place. But that, I don't do much with my eyebrows. So there you have it, that's it. So I had a few people ask me, and it's boring. So that's why I've never done it, but I thought I would do it since I got asked. Because actually somebody begged me. So here you go. I hope that makes sense. So you all take care and count your blessings. Thanks for stopping by to see how I put my makeup on. You have any tips for me? Do you have anything that you do that's different? I also will, during the week when I'm at work, I wear maybe a lip gloss, something mild like that. If I am going to go out somewhere nice and have a nice makeup, or for the camera for you guys, I will most of the time line my lips and then put on lipstick. So thank y'all. Good to see you. Have a great day, weekend, whatever it is, and y'all be safe and count your blessings. Bye-bye.